last we left everybody off, you guys had just stumbled upon a gift camp outside of a large metal vessel. Um, are you guys just staying stealth and watching? What's the plan here?
Yeah, I'm checking it. Like, how many are there? Is it just this one group? Does it look like there's like others coming in and out, or like?
From the size of this vessel, you imagine if it is similarly built to like a building, you imagine about like 50 people could fit in there before it gets too crowded to be shoulder to shoulder. But you don't see anybody going in and out. There are about, with the sergeant walking up with the jackalopes, it's 6 gifts. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I swear I don't mean to be targeting you right now.
Is there anything like, because I've done stealth missions where I try and figure out like something that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that like I've like the big gun or
So
like stuff like that?
the weaponry they have isn't anything above what you guys have. There's one piece of weaponry they have that looks like it looks like a blunderbuss, but much more streamlined, much more compacted design. But other than that, nothing above what you guys have.
Okay.
Yeah, it just looks like it's constructed differently and made from like the metal is like this like soft teal instead of like the gray that most guns are made from on Viridi. So it's just, you don't think the materials came from here. What do you get, Malvin?
That's a 9.
9. It wasn't a high DC. They're not exactly hiding it, and this clearing is pretty open. You can't quite tell how many there are, but you do see mounds of dirt nearby, with like sticks sticking out of the ground near them.
Okay.
Yeah.
To know.
But yeah. So currently, you only see 6 gifts around this fire.
Okay.
They also look pretty beat up. Some of them have bruises over their faces. One of them has an arm in a sling. But they don't look completely beaten down. They look like they can still put up a fight if they need to, but they've seen better times.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and point that out to everybody and just kind of follow up with, so how do we want to play this? Do we want to stake it out a bit more? Do we just go in, pardon the pun, guns blazing? Do we want to try and talk to them?
I think it would be better.
Better if
you
what?
Cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Better if what?
Sorry. Better if we try to talk to them first to see where they're at. And if they do decide to be hostile, then we'll go from there.
The sheriff preferred if we didn't kill people.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But before I do that, do I have it I do. Okay. If we are gonna go talk to them, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself
Okay.
and change my appearance.
So that you're not the same person walking back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably wise.
What kind of appearance are you taking right now?
I'll take a human appearance, a regular human appearance.
Okay.
With like blonde hair instead of, black.
Mhm.
Just change it up.
Yeah. Okay. Change up enough of the silhouette to not be immediately recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, then we're gonna need we're gonna need an angle for it though, because I doubt they'll take too kindly to just us going up. Hey, y'all need to leave.
That's true. Oh, we'll have to have. Oh, it's hard to say for sure how we would go about this.
We could just be a band of wanderers who just, got lost and found all this and wanted to just, hey, what's up? What's going on over here? Do you know how to get to Blazewood?
Yeah. We're not from around here.
Aren't those the kind of people that they rob, though?
Honestly, even better if they try anything on us. Well, then,
Yeah.
hey, we know it's them.
And we can defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the plan of approach? Or better yet, who's walking forward?
Is that our plan? Is that what we're doing?
Might as well.
It seems
Don't really
Alright.
have any other ideas.
Then Mama's gonna start walking forward, and she's just gonna yell, "I told you guys we made a wrong turn. This can't be the way.
I think the map is wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're holding it upside down."
Can it be backwards?
Immediately as you guys are having this conversation, a few of them spin around, pointing their firearms at you on alert.
Uh-oh.
And like as soon as we see him, whoa, hey,
Whoa.
where's the fire? Zara, we didn't.
Where did we go?
Is this like y'all's place or? Zara, we didn't mean to barge in here. I think we're a little lost.
Well, you need us to take you back to the road?
Like we're not from around here, and I think we either got a bad map or I don't know. We're trying to get back to what's it called, Blazewood?
I think that's, Blazewood.
You see a few of them kind of like glance, give looks at each other.
And that's when Mal's gonna start like looking at everything and just kind of like,
I think we really made a wrong turn.
And you see the sergeant start walking back
Yeah.
toward you guys. If you need, I can take you back to the road. This isn't necessarily the safest area.
Why? What's going on? I've never seen anything like all this. What's going on?
We crashed on the sphere 3 days back. Yeah, it was 4. You were passed out for a day. Yeah, that was. All right.
Oh,
Anyway.
you guys aren't from around either?
Mm-mm.
Wait, crash landed, like as in from like
Yeah,
the sky?
yeah. Much like the Callisto friend over here.
He is from the
I'm just gonna
sky.
look back at Trey.
You seem smaller than your brethren, though, so I don't know where bits of you fell off. You might want to go find them.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Where did you guys come from?
Moon not far from here. We were doing a scouting mission, see if it's a possible place for an outpost, but gravity field kicked in and we weren't ready for the pull this planet has, so but regardless, there are hostiles that patrol this area every now and then, and we're not in any shape to be holding on to wanderers.
Like wild animals?
Well, sometimes there are some feral beasts that hunt in packs, but there's a few armed individuals that have been a nuisance, so...
Oh.
Yeah. Regardless, we can't guarantee your safety here. If you want, we can give you an escort back to town, but we can't, in good faith, let anybody stay in this area for long.
So are you
what
guys
are the people who attack
planning on just repairing?
Yeah, we're trying to get our we're trying to get a few parts of our ship fixed up, but it's I don't know if any of you have engineering skills, but we're
I'm pretty handy with some tools. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this, but if you'd like, I could take a look. I can't promise nothing, but I can promise to look.
And the sergeant kind of looks back, and the one whose arm is in a sling, the older looking of the gifts, kind of stands up. You know anything about crafting arcane crowns?
Not so much with the arcane. I did make a, I have turned a sword into a gun. Well, technically I made a bomb out of a sword, but it looked like a gun.
And they kind of like look between each other. Huh.
I promise you the bastard deserved it.
Oh, it wasn't intentional. Frigging. And you see all of them start like talking amongst each other. And the older one just kind of holds up his hand. If we give you schematics for a crown, do you think you could build it?
Like I said, I can't promise anything, but I can promise to take a look and see if it is at the very least within my power.
Okay.
I'm skilled with the arcane. I might be able to help with that aspect.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Because in order to get our spelljammer working, I have the resources to be able to fly it. We don't have the conduit crown. It's copper, and you see one of them holds a book over to you, and I'd say Nyx, give me Arcana. Malvin, give me I'd say History.
Okay. Oof, that is a 1, but I'm a halfling.
Nice.
That's much better.
Nice.
What did you say? History?
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay.
Proficiency. 15.
15. Nyx, you recognize some of the glyphs along the side. They're not as more flowy as you've seen with glyphs that have been along the circles you've closed in the past, or on the items you've made to help ward off spirits from people's houses. But you do recognize some arcane glyphs when you see them. They're not anything super intricate. It seems to be funneling of energy.
Okay.
somebody expends energy and it goes into whatever this crown is connected to instead of into a spell of some sort. Malvin, it's not the most complicated of crowns. It's just a very simple copper circlet. The more intricate or the more complicated parts of it is more the specific shape it is to have it fit on a gift's head, given that hippo heads are not necessarily the best for having a crown stay on somebody's head.
Yeah.
Between the two of you looking at this, it's doable. You would have to find the copper to make it, though, and the tools to forge it, obviously.
Well, I think we could do it if we got,
Yeah.
I don't know if the tools I got on hand are gonna cut it. I might need something better. I could try with mine, but I think you'd have better time if I got some better tools. And then obviously the copper.
If we provided the funds, do you think you would be able to go to but Bouncewood? Is that what you said before?
I think it's
Blazewood.
Blazewood.
Blazewood. If you went
Something.
there and got someone to make it, would you be willing to do that?
Well, yeah, especially if help. Like, you guys are just trying to get home, yeah?
Yeah.
Or at least get away from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, you're just a little lost like us. I don't see a problem with helping some fellow wanderers out.
Okay. What passes for currency on this sphere?
Coin, or if you got bullets, seem to be a very popular one.
Any specific kind? We have ammunition.
And I'll show him like the couple of like silver bullets that I have and like the gold one, and then I'll take like an actual like gold piece that I have, kind of show him.
Show like actual coins.
Oh, so gold casings aren't standard on this sphere. All right. Yeah. That about how much would that rifle cost, and then about how much would that breastplate cost, do you think? Just in terms of figuring out what price is fair for this.
Here. What it? Okay. I don't know. DM, like roughly how much cost and resources are we looking at here?
You start describing how, because you made these. You're not sure what they would go for. But you describe what like standard breastplates cost and such, and what a normal rifle would cost from just a general manufacturer.
Because just what I'm trying to just kind of maybe gauge just with our combined party funds.
Yeah.
Is what I was gonna throw out is like, why don't we pay it up front, and when we get back, we'll like tell you, hey, we spent this amount of gold, and you just reimburse us. That way we have at least an accurate count of, because I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, it'll be 20 gold. And then I go in and it's 50.
You see the
Right.
the older one just goes over and like opens a small metal chest and just takes a fistful of bullets and walks over to you and just holds his massive hand out to you. Do you have a bag to put these
Or
in?
that'll work.
You just
Okay.
whatever you don't end up using on it, just either bring back or.
I'll take my backpack and just open it.
So he just.
Or that'll work too.
And he drops about 50 bullets in your bag.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
They are
That
Stacked
should
on
co-
ammo.
That should cover the cost. If not, use them to protect yourself. I don't know.
That's a
Wow.
lot of the sun bearer. All right. Thank you. We will. Yeah, we will. Get right on that. Then.
Okay.
And
Thank you
while
much.
we're headed, like once you help us back to the road, because we, like, I mean, we've while we're not familiar with this, with where we are necessarily with this area, we can hold our own just a little bit. I'm a little curious about those hostiles that you were talking about. Do you know where they're coming from, just so we can keep an eye out for them? Like what direction they're coming from?
Yeah.
Gunny, what's the? And you see the smallest of these GIF, who's still like 6 foot, is kind of like going between a couple notebooks. I think the fauna we encountered is just from picking up conversations I've been able to hear in the vicinity. Raptor horses. They've. And he kind of looks over at the dirt mounds. They've taken quite a few of us, including the engineer, which is why we can't make the crown ourselves. They've been the nastiest, but there's also been some crimson-adorned ruffians that have tried to take bits of the ship. So, I don't know what that's about, but...
Well, we definitely be keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see the older one just nods. We don't have enough food for you to stay here, but here. And he grabs
We got our rations.
yeah.
Oh no, we're good. We've got rations of our own.
Oh, I was gonna, and he holds out a small really wide barreled pistol toward you.
Oh shit. I'll take it.
It's only got one flare in it. Whenever you get to near the woods, send it into the air, and we'll come to you.
Perfect. That was my next question. Is how are we gonna find you
On your
again?
way back here.
Yep. I would say just come back to camp, but Sergeant's been on edge, and unfortunately, his aim is good.
Understandable.
We're gonna head off for the day, but Sergeant will show you back to the road.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. All right, time to clock in again.
Again, so sorry to just barge in on you like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of weird map maker we bought that from.
Yeah. Took a wrong turn somewhere.
I think we took a few too many wrong turns. We appreciate y'all.
Of course. From what I've heard of the spheres in the area, it's hard to get cartography just right. There's some temporal distortion in certain areas. Have a good night. And you see they start grabbing tools and such and start making their way back toward that building, which now that you're looking at it, near where it's kind of sunk into the ground, where they were currently blocking your view, you do see emblazoned on the side, it says SS Malevolence.
It's all making sense now. All these squares make a circle.
Make a circle. Yep.
And you guys are escorted back to the road. By the time you get back to Blazewood, it will be nighttime.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
not many shops will be open, but there might be a few.
That's a tomorrow problem.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll sleep on it. I'm gonna have to make sure to use my disguise self again.
Yeah.
Remember what you are.
Remember what you are.
Make a note of what the appearance I picked.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Cool. You all make your way back. I'm guessing to the Yawning Bullet again.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Mhm.
Cool.
We can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
we
I
could
don't know.
update the sheriff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
we
we could
could.
update
Yeah,
Sheriff
yeah.
and say, hey, the
It
malevolence
turns
is
out
not the
they're
gang.
not bandits.
They're not bandits. They're not the gang. It's actually these ruffians in crimson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to the sheriff and telling him that?
I think we should let him know right
I
away.
mean, yeah, if we can find him. If
Yeah,
he's still,
we should.
if his
Because then
office
he can
still
update
open.
the bounty so that people aren't trying to go and kill these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make your way back to Blazewood. You have to ask around a little bit, but after not long, you are pointed near the Silver District, but almost to the most northern part of the city, right next to the small walled-off pocket that makes up the Blazewood Adventuring Academy's campus. And it's a small wooden building with barred windows. The door is just closing as the sheriff seems to be locking up for the night as you guys are making your way up to the steps. And he turns around and notices you all. Evening.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry to bother you so late, Sheriff. We got some more information. Your on your bounty.
Okay.
So we're working on it, but turns out they just crash landed here.
Mhm.
They're just trying to get back home. Trying to get resources and tools.
They were very friendly. The malevolence.
They were.
didn't try to harm us. They actually warned us against there being some ruffians in the woods who were harming people. So they warned us against them. They said they were wearing crimson clothing. So we'll keep an eye out for those hostiles, and then we'll help get this malevolence group their resources, get them off,
So they can go
off.
home.
So they can go home.
Yeah, that's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to go home.
Yeah. They didn't happen to mention how far away those crimson fuckers were, did they?
I don't think they were quite sure where they were coming from. Because, I mean, they're building their map from scratch, essentially.
Okay.
They also mentioned something about a horde of, what was it,
Raptor
Velocid?
horses.
Raptor horses.
Raptor
horses.
Oh, yeah, raptor horses has been a problem in these parts for ages. Part of the reason
So.
everybody uses the same road for caravans. They usually don't wander too far outside of the woods. But Lady Luna, give me guidance. If the whispers are coming this far north, that's a problem. Okay. I'm assuming you guys are helping them get out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess once they leave, come and I'll give you the bounty I promised. Is there anything that's needed from them or no?
Just some resources and some better tools. They pretty much gave us the funds to get it covered, so we're gonna do a little shopping run tomorrow, and hopefully sometime in the next couple of days, between me and Nyx here, we should get them
On their way.
at least airborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
They need something crafted, or are you looking? Do they need specific tools for things?
A little column A, a little column B.
Okay.
I'm not sure how their ship works. It's tech far beyond anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's something to do. They control it with their minds or something because they need a crown.
Okay.
It's a
Mostly just copper is the main thing as they seem to need, but
Well,
and also arcane enchantments and such.
yeah.
Well, if you're looking for something to be made, you guys ain't from here. That's readily apparent. But
You?
most people go to the Silver District for that. I recommend
Mm-hmm.
going coal. That's where a lot of the industry and production for shit is made. If you're looking for specialty jobs, that's the better bet.
Yeah,
Good to know.
that definitely sounds like what we're looking for. So, thank you for the advice.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get some shut-eye. I suggest you all do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We, like I said, just thought we'd update you that hey, they're not actively attacking people.
Right. I'll,
Just self-defense.
no, that's fair. Many folk don't seem to know the difference, so I appreciate y'all looking into it. I'll take down the bounty and the places I put it up tomorrow.
All right. You have a good night.
You too. And he walks off. Is there any?
Actually, I'm gonna follow him for just a little bit,
Okay. Cool.
just till like I'm out of earshot of everybody else.
All right.
I'm gonna turn like you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up in a bit.
Okay.
Cool.
Go pass out.
Mm-hmm.
And once like I said, just till like I'm out of earshot, I'm just gonna kind of jog after him. Excuse me, sir. Mr. Sheriff, sir. I'm so sorry. That's one more question.
Mm.
You said the crimson cloaked ones. You mentioned that was you believe those to be the Whispers? Has
Yeah.
anybody else made any complaints about them being up here?
Nobody's said anything yet, but I mean, it's only a matter of time before people start whispering, for lack of a better word.
Okay. I'm just wondering if maybe there was a common place they had all been to.
Maybe. If they have, I don't know about it.
If anybody else claims to be attacked by the Whispers, could you maybe let me know? I'm looking for somebody, and I have reason to believe they've got them.
I'll let you know. But
I appreciate it.
word of advice: vendettas aren't the best thing to follow in your life, kid.
Well, like I said, I'm looking for somebody.
Alright.
Now, I believe they're holding their prisoner. So
I'll be sure to let you know.
I appreciate that.
Well, no. Take care of yourself, kid.
I will. You do the same. All sweet smile, and then like as I turn around and like once I'm pretty sure he's gone, every muscle in my body goes tense.
Yep.
And I just back to the hotel or back to the tavern.
Okay. What of the rest of you? Anything else going on tonight?
Probably gonna just kind of casually ask, like, what are the Whispers? Or would I know? I don't even know.
Give me a history check, I'd say.
Because I've done some traveling.
Yeah.
I know some stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I might know. I don't know.
I'd say Nick's also make me a history check.
Okay.
14.
14.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm supposed to be good at those too.
Oh.
7.
7.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Damn.
They
It's the
sound
3 on the die.
they sound familiar to you, but you're not quite sure where. Probably you heard about them sometime during your recluse retreat in the southern tip of the continent. Dust, however, you have heard about the Whispers every now and then. They are a notorious gang, probably one of the most widespread. Have a habit of marking themselves and the communities they come into contact with that they don't immediately burn with a mark on the back of the neck. They seldom leave towns standing. Even the ones that they don't kill immediately, they eventually subjugate those in there and then bring them, burn the town after leaving. Easily one of the most brutal groups in Saltu. You even heard something about down in Tranquility Basin, a huge scuffle there before there was an uprising. Just a couple, had to have been at least half a year ago by now.
Yeah. Okay. So instead of saying who are the Whispers, I'm going to say, the Whispers. That's not good. There's some scary people.
Okay.
And I'll probably do a little bit of like, I guess, a noodles about who they are, because Cicatrix just landed on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't know anything.
I thought they were just people that talked quietly.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
I'm glad I explained it to him. Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna kind of do like a little bit of a. This is what I know about him.
Oh.
Eek.
And as you hear
Bad.
about Tranquility Basin, Nyx, it starts to click as you know that you were not far from that town a while ago when it was under siege, for a polite term.
Oh. Got it.
Cool. Anything else need to be done tonight?
No, I don't think so.
Like I said, I make a beeline for my room and I start with what materials I have. I start making more bullets.
Sick. Yeah, what few bits of coin that
Got
you
more
haven't
scraps.
converted into casings, you start converting into casings. You use probably the last of your powder and lead to. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I am I need to buy more metal.
Cool. And you spend the rest of the night doing that. Anything else?
Probably just gonna pass out.
Safe. Cool. Then you guys get some sleep, and morning eventually comes. Mal, you have a harder time sleeping than the others.
No,
Less-
really?
Yeah. It takes you a while to finally be able to unclench your jaw and calm down enough to pass on.
That sounds correct.
Yeah. But you guys wake up in the morning. What is the plan? I'm assuming the morning plays out similar to yesterday in terms of the beginnings of it.
Yeah.
Ezekiel does not come down right away. You don't see him.
Well, he's off with the rich lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as we know, he didn't
We
even come
don't-
back to
Yeah, we don't even
the
know if he
tavern,
came back
so-
to the tavern.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So what are you guys doing during this day?
Head to that coal district after breakfast.
I kind of know the coal district well, I think. Probably. At least from the rooftops.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Feeling I'm gonna fit in better in the coal district than.
19.
19.
Hell
Chris,
yeah.
you after like resting and like waking up in the morning and meditating, you realize whenever you were on your last mission, you passed by quite a few different smithies of different makes, but you do remember one that helped with certain fittings for machinery and such, but was more geared toward custom jobs, as it were. So you at least know of one place you could possibly go.
Okay. As I do my whole, like, filtering through yesterday and what I need to do today in my meditation.
Yeah.
Oh. But when I see everyone for breakfast, I'll tell them, like, hey, I think I know a place.
Cool.
I forgot. Miles had this on the entire time, and I forgot it was sitting right here on my desk.
Yeah.
Good job.
Like when
buddy.
she's talking to you guys, she'll have it down, but anytime we're traveling, it's up.
Okay. You guys start making your way toward the coal district. Takes you a good bit to get to the specific shop isn't the right word. Yeah, the specific workshop you were thinking of.
Yeah.
It just says McCready Customs. And you make your way up, and there is a dwarf with this bright green hair pulled back into the tightest bun you've seen. Tattoos all up his arms, clean shaven, with a few scars up his arms, hammering away at a very small piece that he's just forging as he sees you guys come in. Can I help you?
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
All right.
We I don't even know what to call it. It's definitely a custom fit. You know, maybe it's better I'll just show you. And if did he give me like the blueprints for it, or do I have to like fucking describe it?
Yeah, he basically copied it down for you and gave you guys something to show.
Dope. I'm gonna put that in front of him, or like I'm gonna hold it up to him,
And he like,
and I'm gonna explain like the copper and the arcane wards and how Nyx is gonna help with that, and how like I've got experience and I can help out, and we absolutely have the funds, but the problem is gonna be the fit.
all right, I've dealt with some glyphs in the past, but nothing to these specifications. This on a cart or something? I just need to know what diameter I'm working with.
Well, for the crown itself, what are they called? For shit, what were they called? GIF?
GIF.
GIF?
GIFF.
GIF. That's for GIF.
gifts.
This big old
Oh, shit.
hippo head.
All right.
Yeah.
You got a basic estimation of crown size? Even if it's rough, it's something I can work with.
And Mal will like kind of make like with her hands like
The rough size
Eh?
of the...
You talk with him for a bit, getting the rough estimations out, figuring out how much copper is going to be needed to make this. And he says, for a custom piece like this, especially to make sure that the glyphs are right and everything's in place to go for whatever this is used for, that's going to be about 50 gold, depending on how quick you want it.
And I don't know if this has any effect. I'm willing to help out as well if that would help cut labor.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, finally something I'm good at. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Plus a lot, I think. Persuasion? Yeah, that's a 23.
Shit. All right.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you you say you're willing to help out, and you just now on your back. Is that yours?
Yeah, my pop made it for me. But I know how to make him just as well. I don't think I'm quite as good as my pop is yet, but I got experience.
And you reek of magic, but you've done glyph work in the past?
Mm-hmm. I have.
Tell you what. You help me figure out how to get glyphs to stitch together a little bit better, and you tell me how you got the receiver to be that fucking small, and we'll call it an even 25.
Got yourself a deal. And I'll
Alright.
put my hand out for a handshake.
He shakes your hand, and you two are going to be spending the majority of the day on this, if not the whole day.
Okay.
Is there anything Trix or Dust want to do during this day while Malvin and Nyx are busy?
Did we ever actually get that lockpick?
You did not.
No.
No,
Yeah.
we got distracted.
Because
Who gets the lockpick?
Because I was gonna point you guys toward like a locksmith's place, but then you were like, "But I want to find rocks," and so I got distracted.
Yeah.
with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everybody got distracted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Survive.
Yeah.
I
like,
figure
we're
I'll go,
shiny.
like, yeah, like I want to do a little bit of scouting, like just kind of like just do like a casual scout around that museum too today, like
Okay.
because we're laying low, but I'm also like preparing for one of our other missions that we've got in the back of our head.
Fair.
So,
Okay.
but I'll go with Trix to get his lockpick.
Okay. With the two of you looking together, it's a lot easier, especially given I'm guessing Cicatrix is asking anyone he can see within like shouting distance where it is, and then Dust just having been in the city, so knowing the general area to look. It doesn't take you long to find a store just called Ramshackled. Which has like what looks like a ram with two chains attached to its horns. And you walk in and you see there's a bunch of different locks and lock boxes on display, as well as like a drawer full of just blank keys to be made, and a few tool bags in one area, and sitting behind the desk with these glasses that magnify their eyes to where you can only see the pupils, is this gnome with this hair that looks like they just licked an open wire. This like bright blue hair, young adolescent gnome, just like, I'll be with you in a second, just let me look around, let me know if you find anything. Ah, fuck.
Start looking around, see if you could find anything.
Cool. Everything's pretty neatly organized, and it doesn't take long for you to find some locksmith's tools, including a set of picks.
pick him up and bring him to the counter.
Okay. You bring him to the counter as this gnome is putting the final tweaks on what looks like a grandfather clock about this big. And they're just like, and there. All right. And then just like closes the back, sets this aside. That's just those today.
Yeah. I lost my keys from my chest.
Give me a deception check.
That is a 16.
16. You see she kind of like narrows her eyes at you. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I can't sell these just on their own. There's laws about it now. Too many would-be bandits trying to start up a career in this town. Is there anything else that catches your fancy, or?
Do you have any boxes?
You guys cops?
No.
No.
You sure?
No, I'm sure.
All right. That'll be 2 gold.
He'll pull out the 2 bullets that he got for the courier's fee.
And they'll just take them and put them behind the counter. Well, pleasure doing business with you. Y'all have a wonderful day now.
Did he get a box?
Say
I
again.
love a box.
Sorry.
Did he end up
Did I
getting
get
his
a box?
You can still get a box if you want. That was more just because you guys walked in, beeline toward the lock picks, and only got those on the counter.
Okay. I still kind of want a box.
Oh, yeah. So we got some lock boxes over on the right. Those ones already come with a key, but if you want to make duplicates, I can make that work as well. If you're looking for just like a chest, I don't really have those, but there's a cool woodworker down the street that has some really dope boxes. If you're looking for anything in particular, or you looking to store something, just light containers, or just looking to get some fine woodworking done.
They'll just kind of like turn to dust. I don't know.
What kind of box do you want? Do you want a box with a lock on it, or do you want just like one of these boxes? And I'm gonna point at the boxes. I'm like, or do you want like a fancier, like a fancy like handmade box, like they said from the woodworker?
They'll
Do
just
you know
like
what
point
you
at
want
like
the
one of
box
the
for?
lock boxes. He's just like, I like that.
All right, we can make that work. And they just kind of move over and pick up. It's a lockbox about yay big, probably just like 1 square foot, and they bring it up to the counter. That'll be 7 copper.
I only have gold.
Okay.
I'll just put like 1 gold piece on the counter. That's all I have.
And
Can you make change for him?
yeah, I can make change. And they take the gold and they put 9 silver and 9 or 9 silver and no, not brain, please. 3 silver. My brain can't do fucking math.
Wait, because it's 10 silver and a
Neither
gold, and
can
then
I.
10 copper and a silver, right?
Yes.
How many copper was it? It was 7 copper?
Oh, 7 copper.
Five
Yeah. So
copper?
then, yes. So 9 silver 3 copper.
And 3 copper.
Yeah. I am
Okay.
so good at
We
math,
can
y'all.
do basic math.
The
We
fuck
did
I
it.
can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we picked a hobby that has math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the smartest there is.
Me doing the drop every time I close at work. Can I do basic addition? More importantly, am I okay with the answer potentially being no?
That's how I feel crocheting. It's like, do you know how to count? And how do you feel about the answer being no?
No, I've seen that.
Shit.
Too real.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Cool. Anyway, you have your box now. And it has a little
Sweet.
key already in the front of it.
He'll like open it up and put the lockpicks in there and then close it and then lock it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Of course. Y'all have a wonderful day now.
I'm gonna put so much shit in this box.
I'm gonna be like, Trix, make sure you put that key for that box in a safe place, because your lockpicks are in that box now. And if you lose it, then that box is locked.
Oh, I can put them in the box. The key in the box.
I thought you put the lockpicks in the box.
Wait.
Give me a percentile roll. You want?
But if he puts the
50?
key in the box as well, he can't lock it then. Right?
That's true.
Give me, still give me the percentile roll. Come on.
83.
What'd you say?
83.
83. You are still holding the key in your hand as you're holding the box in your other hand. But for a second, you were like, I almost did. I almost put that in there.
Would have been funny.
Yeah.
You just bought a new lockbox and locked the lockpick in the new lockbox along
my
with the
God.
key.
Have to buy another lockpick set.
Just to get to your other lock.
Just walks in, I lock the box.
Why do you have 2
Lockception.
lockpick sets? I don't want to talk about it.
You have an emergency one
My backup.
for my backup.
Cool. You have a lockbox and a lockpick set. Is there anything else you two want to do during this day? I know Dust is going to go scout out. Is there anything you want to do, Cicatrix?
I'll go help them.
Okay. How are you guys scouting out? It's still daylight right now. So, what are you doing to try and scout this place out?
I'm looking, so I'm not gonna necessarily go all the way up to the museum. I'm more like taking a look at the surrounding streets and buildings.
Okay.
And, if I can get on top of the buildings, then I'm gonna do that, because that's more comfortable in how I see. So, like, I might start a little bit further away, because that's how I travel in this city, is on the rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Cicatrix can jump, but
I can Missy step.
he's made of sky. He's fine.
He's
He's made of sky.
Oh fuck! If that's not quoted, I'm gonna be sad.
He's made of
so-
sky.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Hell yeah.
Continue. I got you.
Cool. You are climbing on top of. Are you trying to be stealthy about climbing up to the roofs or no?
I mean, I imagine I know the places where, like, people don't give a fuck if you climb on the roof of the building.
Okay.
So I imagine I know those places, like, because I imagine when I was first learning how to be stealthy, like Shade took me to
Mm-hmm.
buildings where people didn't care.
Yeah, it took you to buildings where people didn't care, and then slowly, just phased you into places where eyes are much more prevalent. Yeah, you find a building to scale. It's a little bit away from the museum in the Gold District, but you scale up it. Cicatrix just watching, and then just up to the roof. And you guys start making your way across buildings. There's a bit of a courtyard around the museum, about 50 feet of a radius from the wall to the closest buildings. Give me an investigation check.
It's a 7.
7.
It's a 5.
5. Especially given that there's a lot of windows on the top of the museum, it's hard to pinpoint with the sun bouncing off of it like it does. Yeah, there's you don't spot anything new.
Okay. Can we take a look around, like, just like the surrounding, like, I want like the surrounding like several blocks to have an idea of the area of like
Okay.
what's kind of there now.
Okay. In the surrounding area, there's a couple nobles' houses that are semi-adjacent to each other. You have to take a running jump between the roofs. But there's a couple nobles' houses. There is a small greenhouse that is public access. It's more of like a kind of like the botanical garden, very much. A collection of flowers and plants that are grown outside of normal climate. There's one clothing store in the area, but other than that, it's mainly noble residential houses around this museum.
Okay. So we're gonna need to be mindful of security and surveillance from these other places too.
Yeah.
As we're like going around, I just want to say I'm gonna be probably having just like casual conversation with Cicatrix, but I'm gonna be asking him questions like what it was like in the sky, and like like what is it like what the star was like that he came from, and like just kind of dumb questions that are like, so like, how are you made of sky?
Yeah. Kind of like the thing where it's like, where'd you grow up? Oh, Montana. Oh, what's Montana like? Things like that.
Kind of, but also kind of like in the same vein of him using speak with animals with me and me talking celestial to him.
Oh, yeah. Very much like I have an idea of what this is. This is not what this is. Okay.
Grabs Cicatrix by
like-
the shoulder, shakes him. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah.
What are you?
Cicatrix will tell you that there was something bright and red and slimy in his breakfast, and now he thinks that he's gonna die.
What was it? What
I
would
don't
be
know.
bright and red and slimy.
Out of character, a tomato.
A tomato. I was like, what
Good.
the fuck are you talking?
I also
Good.
think tomatoes are gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah.
That's because
Agree.
tomatoes are gross.
They are.
You are
They are
correct.
disgusting.
Objectively,
They
tomatoes
They
are-
will kill you.
I like tomatoes.
Incorrect. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody
I'm
has to.
like-
I can't stand them.
This is
I'm
really
like,
what
well-
Melvin's paladin oath is just anti-tomato.
Anti-tomato.
I'm also
Fuck
anti-tomato.
Malvin's Paladino.
Tomato.
That's Silas's Paladino. Fuck tomatoes.
Yeah. Fuck tomatoes.
Tomato, potato, tomato.
Tomatoes and avocados. So that's
Hey.
what
Dang. Anyway, okay. I'm
Agreed.
gonna be like, I'm just gonna kind of ask him to kind of like describe it a little bit more, till I figure out it's a tomato,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, well, were there any like bugs in it?
I don't think so.
Well, that's probably a tomato. It's probably fine. Those turn red when they're good to eat. Otherwise, they blend in.
I thought you said bright colored things were poisonous.
Bright colored animals are poisonous. And a lot of bright colored flowers and plants are also poisonous, but tomatoes are not. Mostly.
Okay. You're gonna have to tell me if something is poisonous or not.
Okay. Okay. Going forward, I will tell you if anything in your food is poisonous or not.
Okay, thanks.
So I don't think you're gonna die. And like, I don't know. Do you think anyone has any reason to try and poison you?
No.
Okay, then you're probably fine from like intentional poisonings.
Okay.
It's around this time.
I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
as we go around like the city, every time we like see a flower on the ground, I'm gonna ask them, like, is that one poisonous? Is that one poisonous?
What is that one?
He's not gonna eat them,
Okay.
he's just curious.
It is a full.
Well,
the
and
two
I
you
have-
pointed at are a
I
full
have-
morning glory and a sunflower.
And I have an herbalism kit. I've got like skills in that, in medicine and that kind of stuff. So and based on where I grew up, I feel like I would actually know if all these things are poisonous or not.
Yeah, most of the
We'll see.
things that y'all see are decorative plants, which aren't poisonous. Not going to be great for eating.
They're not gonna taste good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, it's not poisonous, but it also wouldn't taste good. It's for looking at.
Awesome.
Cicatrix is building a little library of things that will and will not kill him if he eats them.
It's a good list to have.
No, that's a good
is.
list. Especially if
I
you're
just
new
like
to
this funky dynamic we have
Yeah.
of I don't understand you and you don't understand me,
Yeah,
and we just keep missing each other.
you guys
No,
are.
Cicatrix is not allowed to learn anything ever. He needs to stay this wholesome for the entire campaign. No brain cells for Cicatrix.
Well, don't you
Illegal.
know?
It
It takes human children like 8 years to start learning like things.
Yep.
It takes to have a full before they start becoming not wholesome. Maybe even 10.
I don't know. I've had a full 4-year-old pelt me with Hot Wheels before. I don't know about innocence.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's innocent until he's 4 years old in planet years.
Okay, noted. Jared's on
He's
a. Jared's on
Uh-oh.
He's 19.
Sorry, I'm
Jared
typing
was
in
saying
chat.
Hi to he's saying hi to our chat. Hi, chat.
Hello.
I don't know what's happening, chat. I had to close Twitch because my
Yeah.
computer doesn't like it for some reason.
You goober.
Oh, somebody just said hi.
Yeah.
We got a new friend.
Sweet.
But yeah, no, I just think it's hilarious. So, but like, because he's currently like 6 planet days old or whatever, like
Yeah.
however long he's been on the planet. Until he's like 4 planet years old, he's innocent.
Okay. Noted. As soon as Cicatrix turns 4 years old in this world, then it'll be
as
a
long as he
problem.
wants to be. You know, maybe 2, because you got those terrible 2s.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
He's like a toddler.
Oh no.
He's like a 19-year-old toddler.
No.
I can't wait for Cicatrix
A
to
19-year-old
start.
toddler alien.
Yeah, I can't wait for Cicatrix to start learning about like things around him by sticking things in his mouth.
No.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
it's around this time when you guys are having this conversation when you hear from one of below you from one of the alleyways between buildings just and you look down between the alleyways and Cicatrix, you immediately, or you probably recognize this person. It's the one that you gave food to this morning. Still looking a bit dingy, but with like a uniform on them now. That with like a crest on it that matches one of the houses nearby. And they're like, "Hey, come down here."
Hopefully, like, okay. Just kind of like motion Dust to come with him.
As we're climbing, I mean, he can Misty step down. I'll climb. Because I recognize this guy too, because I saw him give him the food in the box.
Yeah, he still has the box. Just doesn't
Nice.
have any place to put it right now. It currently doesn't have the plates like visible anymore. But as soon as you guys get down there, this Thrycreen, looking a little bit more cleaned up, but not by much, it's just like, "Hey, I want to thank you, and I couldn't figure out what, but I didn't want to seem like I was following y'all or anything, but I saw y'all moving on the rooftops. That what you gave me was enough for me to put what I was going to use to buy food today to getting in at one of these places. Anyway, I saw y'all looking at the museum. Are y'all looking for a way in?"
I don't know how to answer that.
Okay, look.
Are you a dick?
I don't know. He's not.
Oh my god.
Just
No one's taught me what this means.
Yeah. I try not to be, at least not anymore.
I'm like, and I just, DM, do I know too much? Do I know too much about Thrycanes? Because I know that I've seen what I've seen down in the south, but do I know? Because I know that they are not just from there, and they're not just part of the swarm. Like I know that there are other Thrycanes around, but do I know very much about them?
You give me a history check. Let's see.
Let's find out. I know nothing. It was a nat 1.
Oh no.
You
Oh.
you only really know about the one that you saw. The only thing you know outside of that is just the rumors people have outside of that, where the Thrycreen are seen to be born from the Sturge plague that is at the bottom of the continent, and a lot of people blame them for what happened in Barcelona ages ago, which was the epicenter of where it spread out from.
Dang.
Yeah. But so this Thrycreen turns to you guys and says, Look, I owe you a ton. You got me into a decent place where I can get back on my feet. And I used to run with some people who were scoping that place out. And if you want, I can tell you what I know about it. But you just gotta not tell anybody, okay?
As long as you don't tell anybody as well.
Sure. So there's ways through the sewers to get into the building. There's a drain near the Feywild exhibit because water goes in and it has to go somewhere. And then there's from what I can tell, there's a back door, but we were never able to pinpoint where the back door was. And then there's a hidden hatch on the rooftop. I don't know if y'all know about that. That's those are the main places that we saw.
Awesome.
Yeah. Again, thank you. Just whatever you're planning, don't get caught.
I'm just gonna kind of be like, well, as far as you know, we're not planning anything. We're just enjoyers of the rooftops.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you guys hear from near the back door of this house that you guys are kind of like standing in the middle, like on the side of the yard, Rob, since you got down. Just, new boy, where are you? I need some cleaning done inside, please. And he just, sorry, I gotta go. Again, thank you. And just makes his way back around the building.
He's nice. I like him.
He is nice. Let's get back on the roof.
Okay. It's not hard for you guys to get up there.
I have climbing speed.
Yeah.
I can climb.
And Cicatrix has op.
Uppies.
Uppies.
I would like to
I
cast
cast
uppies.
uppies.
I guess that's technically what reverse gravity is too.
I was gonna say either reverse
Uppies.
gravity or fly.
Yeah, I feel like Dust is very much like comparing, because Dust while they have pride in their abilities, but they're trying to like really like hone and analyze and before making big judgments and things. So they're comparing that Tricrine to like the one other Tricrine they've seen,
Mhm.
and being like, they seemed like nice and like probably not associated with. It's fine.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do with this night? Okay. You guys over in the coal district end up finishing the crown, helping the blacksmith fine-tune it, as well as teaching what you know about refining the techniques that he already had. And he bids you guys farewell, and you have a Spelljammer crown.
Wahoo!
Are you taking it right over there, or?
Do we have time to
we
make
should
it over
probably-
there?
We should probably find the others first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you how long do you guys stay in the gold district?
Probably not too long after. Like, we've probably bounced around all the roofs and.
Okay. And so what do you do after that? Do you make your way back to the workshop, or what's the plan?
I think we should go back to the workshop. see if they're done, and then if they are done, if they're gone, then we'll go back to the tavern. Since we know where they were, but they don't know where we went.
Which would probably be at least Mal's first instinct if we didn't end up meeting up at the workshop. Her first instinct would probably be, let's go back to the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Given that you didn't stay in the Gold District long, you made your way back to the workshop, and that's where you guys reconvened. And I'm assuming you headed out of town once you have the crown done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then,
Oh, and within an hour of getting close to where we're supposed to go, I will use disguise self.
Oh, see, I was gonna wait for you to do that, and then I was gonna send the flare.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, there's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it wouldn't run out.
Run out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Before.
Cool. You guys made your way over there, and you set out the flare. It doesn't take long for them to get to you. The same sergeant you saw before, who was patrolling the woods, makes his way through the trees, no longer pointing his gun at you, and immediately recognizes the crown in your hand. All right. Did it eat all the expenses, or?
Nope.
No. In fact, I think we had quite a bit left over.
Okay.
And I'll show you what. Let's get back to y'all's camp, and I can at least give it to you there.
All right. Yeah. He escorts you through the woods, making less of like a meandering path as you guys followed him before, but more just a straight beeline there. Where you see some final touches on the repairs to the outside are being done. It's not the prettiest work ever, as it's not like uniform anymore, but it seems stable, as much as you can tell from craftsmanship, like things like this. And seeing you guys break through the tree line, the older one, who seems to have been in charge, gives a grin showing the massive teeth in his mouth. Ah! Seems you were successful?
Yeah. No. We should fit pretty okay. And for a hell of a deal too. And I'll like kind of hand him the crown, and then open like my backpack and just like in handfuls shovel out the remaining bullet that we have.
Yeah.
And he takes back the excess. Thank you. We don't have much to give, but we have this, and the one that they called Gunny before, the one who was telling you about the threats in the area, comes over with what looks like a short sword and a scabbard. Very different like craftsmanship with it. Much more, the scabbard is much more angular, almost tapering off to a point before going jagged back in. But the filigree for the handle is really delicate, but whenever you tap it, very stable. This was the engineers, but none of us were proficient with melee combat, so we don't have any use for it.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Thanks.
it's moonstone, so it should be pretty hefty against any steel. I think you guys still use steel. But yeah.
I don't. Have you been have you had to fend off any other attackers since we've been gone, or?
No, since you guys left, they've been quiet. We haven't seen them.
Okay. Just thought I'd check in.
Yeah. One of the raptor horses came in, but they're not nearly as scary when they're outside of a pack. No. But we appreciate this. And the one who has his arm in the sling kind of puts the crown on, and you see he focuses for a second, and the glyphs light up. And as he concentrates, you see the ship in the background just lifts up slowly from the ground. And you see these struts poke out from the bottom to set it down instead of being buried in the dirt. You just... God, it's been ages. Okay. Thank you.
Have a safe
Yeah.
travel.
Also, and pointing at you, Cicatrix, I've only ever met one other Callisto, different constellation pattern, but that sword glowed whenever missing pieces were nearby, just so you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Safe travels. Oh, Sergeant, if you want to send him back to the road. Hi, Captain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they seem to start packing up as you guys are headed out. The sergeant escorts you back to the road and bids you guys farewell. And then
I have a quick question then. Is
Yes.
that sword glowing right now? Because I still have like his finger in my bag.
If you pull the sword out, first of all, it's this pale. It's not shiny like most metal weapons are. It's this matte color, but still sharpened, almost looking like a bone sword of sorts, but just this blank white matter. But it does emanate this slight violet glow to it.
I guess then as we're walking back, I'm gonna pull it out and I'll be like, I should probably give this back to you. And hand him back his finger that turned into a stone.
Thanks. He'll just like put it in his hand as it absorbs back into him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that I could keep that sword?
I was gonna ask. I was like, who wants it?
I think I could use the most with it.
By all means.
Sweet. I'll just kind of like
What was the
No.
put it
other
on his back.
weapon we got?
What?
Oh,
Was it just a sword?
Malbin went and bought a short sword on her own, but
No,
Yeah.
I mean, did he offer us 2 weapons or was it just the sword?
it was just the sword.
It's the sword.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I figured I should give that back to you or else it'll be glowing all the time while you're around
Yeah.
me. So, and it wouldn't be much use then. But now you know what it looks like when it's glowing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
All right. Do we want to head back and tell the sheriff, hey, we took care of him?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be able to see it when their ship takes off? Should we watch it?
Probably.
Sure.
I'll give this one to you, Rare Dust, especially given that you guys were recently on top of a bunch of rooftops.
Yes.
You can think of a couple buildings in the Gold District that are taller than the rest, so it would provide a pretty decent view if you were to climb up there again.
I will do that, and I'll help everyone get on top of the building. if they are not adept at climbing or uppies.
Are you guys doing this before or after the sheriff? Really quick.
I feel like we should do it before to make
Before.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure
Yeah.
they leave.
Okay. You guys climb on top of the building using rope and such to get your way up. There's a construct that meets you guys at the top that is concerned that you're climbing buildings, but you just explained you're here to watch a meteor shower, and luckily you learn that this building belongs to a family of really famous astronomers within Blazewood, and so they're more than happy to let you guys watch.
I know the roofs.
I know these roofs. I just imagine Dust is like on the street level. I don't know where the fuck I am. Gets on top of one rooftop. Oh, there I am.
Oh no, I know where I am. No, that's 100% how I feel like Dust would travel through Blazewood. Is like on the ground. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
But on the roofs, okay, I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
They're great on the roof.
Oh yeah.
They know what's
I know
up.
these roofs.
Amazing.
You guys sit up there and you wait for a good while, looking in the direction that you know the ship is. And then after a bit, you do see this bright glow coming from the horizon as the large hunk of metal rises above the tree line and slowly rises, stops mid-air, and then very quickly, faster than most beings can fly, just flies into the sky to the point where you can't see it anymore. And Cicatrix, this brings back so many feeling from your ascent, descent, travel, whatever you would call it, your trip across the stars, seeing that vessel zip out of sight faster than thought. And especially holding the Moonstone sword, you feel a connection to the person you are looking to learn more about, and you just feel a warm comfort. Once again, no words can be sensed, but just a feeling of just, if a proud smile could be a feeling, that is what you feel.
He'll say like a short little prayer, just wishing them safe travels.
Okay. You do so. Give me 1 second. Saltu, though plentiful, is a dangerous place. The Grove Tender's gifts have made community building a necessity. Whether starting a new town or gathering a group of buds to help a neighbor in need, keeping friends close is going to be the only way this little gang survives.